Hey guys, KH Vape here again with my third e-cig kit, just kind of how to and assemble and how this works. So the previous ones I showed, one was the Atomizer e-cig kit, which is just your basic, has an atomizer, has a drip tip, has a drip guard. The other one I just showed was the Ego kit that also has the CE4 Stardust series with the Clearmizer tank, 1.6 milliliter. I showed pretty much assembly and putting juice, so those other videos are going to be in the description below if you'd like to check those out too. This particular one that I have with me today is an e-cig kit that was one of the original forms of Ego kits, and this one actually comes with a user manual. Again, it comes with your basic little pouch to kind of keep these guys protected. This is a nice little red e-cig kit. So you have the instruction manual, and pretty much just shows basic usage, safety, cleaning, how to charge, etc. So keep this in hand. It's got nice pictures. It shows you what you need to do. I'm going to set that aside because I already know how to use these, and you can read them if you'd like. So in this kit you get two of your batteries. So obviously you've got both of your red batteries here. These are your e-cig kits. They have the drip shield, and inside is an atomizer, which I'll go into here in a minute. You get your USB charging cable, you get your AC adapter for your USB charging cable, and you also get, these are tanks. These are 510 tanks. Now these are fairly they're fairly old in the e-cig industry, but they work so well. So I still enjoy using these from time to time. I mostly use these though when I am making my own juice, so I can get the full flavor effect without using an atomizer to test my flavors, just so I can get the same taste that everybody else is going to use, and the majority of your users are going to be using these or CE4s. So I'm simply going to take one of these apart. I'm going to cheat with some scissors just to speed this up. Simply open it up, and you have, this is just a plastic tank. It has a rubber seal. This will actually hold the juice inside, and they're kind of a pain to get out when they're brand new. There's no juice in here, so it just takes a little bit of patience, a little bit of force, and you can get it out. Alright, so I've gotten it out, and as you can see, it's a silicone cap. It's got a almost punched, a little bit of a weak point here in the center, and this is for the atomizer for this kit to punch through, and then so that way it can get to the juice that's in here. And the nice thing about this is these pretty much don't leak too much. Only upon removing and inserting these do they tend to leak a little bit. But that being said, it's got a nice little mouthpiece. There is a plastic cap that's right here on the top that will actually keep residual kind of moisture, vapor from when you're vaping. It'll kind of trap it in here. So from time to time you may need to take this apart and clean it out a little bit. But I'm going to show you how to fill this tank real quick, and then we'll put it on the battery. So what you're going to want to do, take your juice. You've got your little clear tank here. We're going to go ahead and fill it. Now you don't want to fill this all the way up to the top. You want to give it a little bit of room for the cap to go into it. So I'm filling this to about, and I will show you, there is a little bit of a line on the plastic. Now my camera is not good enough really to show you where that line is, but this is pretty much the line that you want to bring it to. You don't want to overfill this, it's just going to pour out of the sides. So you're going to take your silicone cover and you're going to place it on. Now again, these are kind of a pain for first time use because they have no juice on them. It's dry silicone, so it's going to be a little bit to get it on and over top of it. And as you can see, I now have it over top of it. And the juice is sealed in here. There is no leaking. We have not punctured this seal yet. Now I'm going to show you what punctures it. So let's take our battery. This is a 900 mAh e-cig kit. And the plastic seems to have wanted to kind of seal itself around. So we're going to cut this a little bit. Alright, so this battery has a pretty nice kind of matte finish to it. It's real grippy. It feels good in the hand. It's not smooth. It doesn't feel like it's gonna just slide out of your hand. That being said, this is the Atomizer drip shield, also, which includes inside here is the bottom of this. This is kind of the same thing you would see on the bottom of a CE4, except On this end, if you can see down in here, there's a little spike. And this spike is actually connected to the atomizer that's in the bottom of this. So upon this being plugged into it, it heats up the atomizer. The spike that I'm talking about here, which again you can't see, I don't have a very good camera for this, but there's a spike that's in there. It's going to puncture the tank that we filled up so we can vape it. So what I simply do, and this is kind of trick of the trade, you can do this however you'd like to, you want to spin as you're putting it in. And then once it's down all the way flush, spin it a couple more times just to break more of that silicone seal. And then you're assembled and you're pretty much ready to go. Usually what I like to do is line up the drip tip with the button so it's easier use. Yeah, that seems to be it. So this is another 900 mAh e-G kit. It just has your 5-button power press on it, so then it fires. And let's check and see if it's firing it. And it sure is. You can hear that little bit of a pop there. This is a fresh atomizer, so what I'm going to do is give it a couple dry hits. The dry hit basically is going to, when I'm sucking through this, it's going to pull the juice down through to the needle and then to the atomizer. So by dry hit, I mean do not press the button, just make a couple drags off of this just to get that juice flowing down through there. Okay, I did about 4. That should be plenty. So we're going to go ahead now and we're going to press the button and we're going to take a drag off of this. Now the first hit's going to taste a little funky. It's a brand new atomizer, hasn't had any juice ran through it, so it's going to have a little bit of a metallic taste right alongside with a little bit of silicone taste. It's not terrible, but it's not great either, so it's just something to get used to for just a couple of your first vapes with it. Vaping really well, actually. I haven't used one of these kits in a while. The taste is there. The taste is great. The first taste, of course, a little bit of metallic to it. It's a light vape. There's no, it's not harsh. And this is a 18 milligram strength nicotine that I'm using, so I'm not getting that back throat hit from it. Now, probably over the course of using this more and more, it's probably then going to give me a little bit of that throat hit. That being said, the great thing about this is taking the tank out, and since that's it, you've taken the tank out. There's no unscrewing of anything. You have your atomizer still attached to it. Now you can have another flavor pre-filled up already ready for you to go. Again, you can see where it punctured the silicone. It's less likely for the juice that's going to drip out of here with this punch, but it can still leak out of it. So it's not 100% susceptible to leakage. So just keep in mind, you might want to keep these in like a little plastic Ziploc bag. So if it does make a mess, it's in the bag and not all over in your pocket or your purse. And simply you just put it back on, screw it down, and it's ready to go. And when you're done using it, you can simply turn it off. Now I'm pretty sure that this is another one that in this bag will not fit with the full tank assembly on it. And I'm pretty sure that is the case. However, it's actually not too bad. So let's take this out, put the e-cig in, and what just hangs out is just your little miniature tank. So if you're okay with it and a little bit of residue which might come out of it, you can then simply just set that alongside and everything fits in there without having to take the atomizer off. You can also take the atomizer off with this tank attached to it, which would also help prevent leakage. So that what I mean by that is putting this on and unscrewing the entire atomizer from the top of it. The bottom here, right here, is sealed a little bit with a rubber grommet that's in the inside, or an O-ring, and that'll help prevent leakage. The device is in here, but this will still leak inside of this atomizer tank. So that being said, when you take this apart, you're going to have juice down along the sides of this, which is not a bad thing. I mean, it's all in this location, it's all in here, and it's not making a mess over your pocket. So you can also do this too. Once again, this was the 30 e-G kit that I did. You can see the other ones, kind of the how-tos down below. Charging for these is still the same thing. You simply just screw it onto here, plug it in via USB, whether it be to a computer or using your AC adapter and plugging this into the wall. Again, thank you very much for watching my videos. Please like and subscribe, and check out vapesw.com if you're from the Southwest. We cater primarily to Southwest vapors. That includes Texas, New Mexico, California. We've got Nevada, Utah, Oklahoma, Arizona, if I've already mentioned that. But again, thank you for watching. Have a great day.